Welcome back, everybody, to Running Through Wonderland. We are here raising money for Alice in Wonderland's games, gender-affirming surgery. I wanted to give everybody a real quick reminder about our current milestone that is open for Silent Hill Homeport, the game that is right after Cryostasis. We are trying to upgrade to a surprise ending and all bosses new game category plus. Not only will this make this a much more technical run with more inputs and significantly increasing the difficulty, it will also give us more marathon and more games. That's what we love to see in events like this. We need to raise $124 so we can reach that milestone total of $2,125. So do !donate in the chat, or if you want to, while you're watching, there's a little QR code that comes up every now and then. You can scan that with your phone and donate that way. Go ahead and get those donations in as soon as you can. I know we can do it. I really, really want to see this upgrade. It's going to be absolutely amazing. With that, we are ready for our next run of Cryostasis any percent with Astrid the Horror Girl. Astrid, the floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. I am extremely happy to be here and to be running one of my favorite horror games of all time, Cryostasis. And with me, I have the incredible former world record holder of this game, Schmumbler.
Heck yeah. Hi, everyone.
So, Cryostasis, this run is broken. The game is a little broken. It's, you'll see. You will see. Very little of this game is going to actually be played in bounds. It's going to be pretty wild. This game actually starts after this save game we load here, because the game actually begins with a very long, unskippable cutscene. So we just have this save set to where the first movement actually happens in the game. So the timer is going to start soon. I will let you know when, but it should be in a few seconds here, just as the game finally loads up. About 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and...
Always the last bit.
There we
go.
There we go. Time starts. All right, so this is a new trick that was already just kind of like recently found, which is hitting up on here to complete the first level. We're gonna do this, jump for a little speed, and jump right into the last room of the first level, and that's the first level right there.
Yeah, so it's great because the first level already, like the former route, was already just going straight out of bounds as soon as you spawn in, but that just takes you out of bounds at a slightly different spot that puts you higher up and lets you get to the end without going through an extra room like we used to. So that was what, like 15 seconds? And yeah, that used to take roughly 34.
Yeah, either way, first level's pretty quick. We were getting some health by the sun. The way that health works in this game is you try to be warm, because this game is very cold. We are in the Arctic, and yeah, we're trying to stay warm. So first we're just gonna jump on our friend's head, giving us a little boost. Awfully kind. And now that we're up here, you're not actually supposed to be able to get to this area that we're going to. But here we are anyways. We are now trying to make it just between these walls. There we go. And gotta squeeze into this little bit of collision. There we go.
Yeah,
And now
we're
we are
between walls.
Yeah, we're making our way to this one room right over here. There we are. Up this ladder, and now we've got to drop down some floors. So we are making our way through. We're gonna get some height on this to be safe so that we can drop down here. And this is a little bit tricky but we've got to fall in a way that doesn't kill us, because this game is a little bit weird about fall damage. The game basically arbitrarily decides, yeah, that was high enough to kill you, and you either survive the fall and take no damage, or you don't survive the fall and instantly die, and the game chooses that for you.
Yep.
But
yeah, there's really no rhyme or reason between the two either. A lot of times where we're making a jump that should kill us, we're kind of just like trying to push ourselves just slightly off the edge so we dip a little bit in height, thereby bypassing what the game thinks should kill us. But
yeah,
there's level 2 done.
yep, that is level 2. This is the third level. This is an interesting one, in my opinion, too, because we're gonna just kind of be in the ceiling here. Now, there's a very specific route to take on the ceiling, and the reason is because not all of the beams actually have collision. Because, one, you're not supposed to be up here, and it's, two, surprising that any of the beams have collision at all, but they do. We're trying to get to a dead friend over here because we want to time travel with him.
Nice job.
Thank you. These friends, this is a main mechanic of playing the game casually. This is the only time that you will see this in the speedrun, though. We've basically gone to this person's last moments of their life, and we are trying to basically correct what it was that killed them, by going into their past and doing what they didn't do. So we only do this one because an important tool is in this person's hands, which is the axe. And the only way to pick up the axe is to do the last moments of their life, which you will see here shortly. But this is kind of like a fixed moment, so we have some time, Chibi Carrera, if you have some things that you want to tell us.
Absolutely. I want to shout out to the Raiders that just came in here, and so I would like to take this time to talk about what this is and why we're here. So this is Running Through Wonderland. This is a speed running marathon for mutual aid benefiting our friend Alice as she prepares for gender affirming surgery in February 2025. We will be live on this channel every day from Wednesday, October 16th, which was yesterday, through Sunday, October 20th. Stay tuned to see some amazing runs. And if you'd like to see our full schedule, you can type !schedule in the chat.
Most
All right.
excellent. And now we have
Now that all
axe.
that's done, we now go back to the present with our newfound friend, Mr. Axe, and make our way to the end of the level. Yeah, kind of like Astrid was hinting at, we could have just bypassed all of that and gone straight to the end of the level, but we would find that we would not actually be able to finish because you have to use the axe to break some things in later areas.
Indeed. Getting a little health there because we have to survive not only this dude who's gonna hit us a couple times probably. Only once, that's nice. But we also have to survive this. We used to go around the trigger that made this area really cold and hurt, but it's faster to just tank through that a little bit, so now we are here and we're gonna jump on one more friend. He spun around real fast. Okay.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. And we're gonna try to drop. There we go.
And there's our first instance of needing the axe. You cannot interact with that lever without breaking the ice.
Indeed. We just need to break the ice there, pull the lever. This trapdoor opens. That's the end of level 3. And now we're going on to this next set of levels. This one, the one after, and the one after that are, to me, the hardest ones in this whole speedrun. But while I concentrate on that Schmumbler, why don't you tell him about basically the one tech thing that we're doing to break this game?
Yeah, so pretty much all of the skips in this game rely on one main mechanic, which we refer to as super jumping. Essentially, all it is we're abusing the quick save function of the game to induce lag. Because when the game lags, it adds up all momentum that occurs during that lag spike. So what we do is we quick save and then jump immediately after, which just stores that initial vertical momentum for over a much longer period of time, allowing us to get, through ceilings, through pipes, out of bounds, over walls, and that's what allows us to do all of this. There's also what we call a crouch super jump, which basically just amplifies that, where you start by crouching, then quick save and jump. And not only do you get the momentum from the jump extended over that period of time, but also just the verticality of going from a crouch to a stand. Fun fact, that guy, if he hits you as he first comes out, it's an instant death, no matter how much health you have.
Yep, he is rude. There's that little hesitation that you might have seen me do, just kind of like a wait. You gotta wait for him to swing first, and then you can go, otherwise you risk just dying there. Once that is a crouch super jump and this is a long jump. And all that just brings us to this other part of the level, which brings us to this higher part of the level. All of that is super jumping, just like Schmumbler said. It's all just utilizing lag to trick the game into thinking that we can jump higher than we actually should be able to.
Yep, and we just traversed up 3 floors, down 1, and now we're jumping up into this room, hopefully. Sometimes if you don't make it down high enough, you end up falling into the room below, but that worked.
Yeah, it worked pretty well. Now this next level here is, in my opinion, the hardest in the entire run. New tech was found for this, and while it's faster, almost all of it is harder than it used to be. This is the first new tech that was found by Gulch, and Gulch 2 found that you can just kind of go through here, grab that water gun.
My favorite tech is when you find out you can go left instead of right.
I feel that, yeah. Because it definitely saves time, and it's a lot easier to do this way as well. But now everything else, all the rest of the tech is hard and very risky.
Also, a bit of a flashing lights warning for this upcoming room.
Yes, flashing lights warning for this room for sure.
Yeah, so originally this area, we would go immediately left, super jump onto some icicles to get on the other side of the rail, jump across a super risky jump to like a very small walkable area that you would then walk around on the pipes to get down to where Astrid is going, and that's a bad quick save.
Yeah. It happens.
Well, thankfully the game autosaves upon entering every level, so that's not a huge deal.
Yeah. The tricky thing about this is that there is a kind of specific spot that you want to jump from. And as we kind of discussed, the game notes your momentum. And because it does that, where you save is not necessarily exactly where your feet were if you're going forward. And the ground being electrified, it isn't what it seems. Like, we might be standing on a thing that should be keeping us safe, but you can actually only get so close to the water before it's like, no, that's dangerous too. And that is why this part is so tricky and often frustrating and doesn't go well. So
all of this, by the way, is to avoid doing the flashback with that body on the ground there.
Yeah, which is a long one. There it is.
Nice. And now we flip the lever 3 times because you're only supposed to flip it once. But the game doesn't actually lock the lever in place until like a second later, so if you go ahead and flip the power off to turn off the electricity, then back on activates this elevator, then back off to turn the electricity back off, but the elevator is already activated, so you're good.
Yeah, it's one of those speedrun tech things of, actually, you can simply just do that. level is not over, though. This is by far the longest one in the game. Literally every level after this is so much shorter, with the exception of the final one. Just gonna hop. Oh, I said hop up here and grab a few more icicles. And we're gonna stand on this door and this part.
This is one of my least favorite skips.
Yep,
It's
same.
weirdly hard to get on top of this door. I think a lot of it is because there's that like ice tentacle in the corner, and I think it tends to push you out.
Yeah.
Now we have to do a drop, and first try, nice.
Oh,
That's a
felt
drop
good.
that will kill you like 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, absolutely. That was partially luck and partially me slamming my head against the wall to make sure that I can do that drop properly.
But now I hope everybody has their cameras ready, because it's time to take some photos of Spider-Man.
That's right. There he is.
I'm already slamming my fist on the table.
Absolutely, as you should. Spider-Man is in this game, as you just saw. We're just gonna engage Spider-Man in combat with a water gun. Turns out spiders hate water, and this has been Spider-Man's weakness the whole time.
Also, fun fact, you actually have to be hopping when you go pull the levers, because if you just walk, Spider-Man will clip himself out of bounds and soft lock the game. It's great.
Yep.
Now, which Spider-Man is this? Is it like Tom Holland or Tobey Maguire?
I think it definitely has to be Miles Morales, because that's the only way I can explain clipping out of the world and just messing up the entire timeline.
That makes
That's
sense,
so fair.
actually. So the worst is behind us now. There's a couple tricky levels coming up, but all the worst stuff is behind us. This level does, however, give me some tension. We've got to basically do a tightrope walk coming up. As soon as we get to where we need to go, we just need to hop up here. There we go. Now, here comes tightrope walk. We need to get to a certain point where we can see a room in front of us. Nope, that was not the room in front of us. Not at all. Because there is a very specific area. There it is. Now we need to get around the invisible wall to let us in here. Yeah. And we're just gonna walk across here, trying not to fall into the abyss. There we go, and that's the end of that level.
Beautiful.
And so is our amazing host, as it turns out.
Oh my gosh, stop. If you have a quick second, I would love to give a quick update.
I'm just gonna be jumping up and reaching my hand through the void to whack a lever, so you go for it.
I love whacking levers. So chat, we are, as a reminder, we are trying to reach our milestone of $2,125 so we can get that Silent Hill Home Pour category upgrades. We are sitting at $2,011, meaning we only need $114. I know we can do it. There's not a whole lot of time left because Astrid is absolutely schmooving through this game and getting it done and hitting all the tricks and being a god tier gamer. So I know that this run is going to be done soon, and I really, really want to see those category upgrades. Wanted to say thank you to Soulmass218 for the $10 donation. They said, I think I hear something in my walls. Astrid, is that you?
Thank you, Soulmass.
You definitely want to get that upgrade for Home Pour, by the way.
I say, Schwumbler, if you want to like tell the chat why we need to see that, considering that you are the runner, I would love to hear it.
Yes. So, if you would like the Homecoming segment to be about double the length with double the bosses, which, by the way, are by far like the most interesting parts of Homecoming, in my opinion. It's got clips that you wouldn't normally see in that any percent category, and then the surprise ending. I don't know about you, but I really enjoy birthday cake. And if you really enjoy birthday cake, who better to serve it to you than our big, beefy man, Red Pyramid thing? So, get those donations in.
Like, I heard big beefy man, and that's all I need.
We have just been moving through these last levels because these ones are so short because all you have to do is stand on box, jump up, and you're through ceiling and level end, which is great. This is another such instance of this. We have a bunch of doors. This one, actually, we normally would open, but not this time. Oh, this door is being mean to Astrid.
It's slippery,
Okay.
too. I've
Yeah.
never seen it just make you slide like that.
Yeah, that was a little rude. But yeah, both of them.
That one, too! Interesting.
Slippery doors.
Well, we did go up a floor, and now we just have to get to the end of a hallway if the doors will cooperate, which right now
Yeah.
they are not seeming to. There we go.
Only
There we go.
$100 to go for that milestone.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Heck yeah, keep them coming. Oh god, this level.
The last level that I'm worried about is this one right here.
And this used to be so much worse.
It did. It's still bad, but for different reasons. Not as bad, but yeah. We're
Yeah.
gonna try to get a lot of health here for two reasons. One, we're gonna go outside, which it's so cold outside it physically hurts us. We're gonna open this door so that when we back up, the wind closes the door. And then we're gonna stand on the door.
Yeah, with it doing its little swingy thing earlier, that was... It has no collision at that point. So you have to actually open it in order to make it standable. Prior, what you would do is that little, like, tank spinny wheel thing that you saw rolling towards Astrid at the start, you would have to push that into a corner and jump off of it, which relies on prop physics behaving correctly through quick save, quick loads. Spoiler alert, it doesn't.
Yeah. That thing is awful. And I'm so glad we don't do it that way anymore. I simply am. Also, I think I'm in the bad place. Nope, don't. Please don't do that to me. There's a little spot that's very, very close to where you actually need to be. That is quite unfortunately like it locks you into a place that you don't want to be. So yeah, we're there right now. Trying to get out of here. There we go. There we go. All right. Because that's a real frustrating little spot to get stuck in, but we got out of it pretty quickly. That can be really bad being stuck there. So we did get stuck there, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. That's for sure. So this section, we're going to hop on this turned over cabinet, go back up into the ceiling, and we're going to try to fall correctly here. Good. And we're going to jump through this wall.
Also a very finicky jump.
Oh.
Wow, first try again. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, it's very easy to just bump into some form of collision there and just fall into a pit and die.
Yep.
But-
Chat, $75 to go. Let's go.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Let's go. Let's get it. Want to see all them bosses?
I want to see the big beefy man.
True. You deserve
Me too.
that.
I've worked very hard on this event. I deserve a big beefy man.
Yes, I agree. We're just gonna try to go up through the floor here. Very good.
This is
And
another level that had quite the makeover.
oh yeah, it used to be there we go.
Yeah,
It used to
so
be awful because there was a fire extinguisher that you had to stand on, and if that fire extinguisher fell over, well, have to restart the whole thing. It was awful. I hated that fire extinguisher.
yep, the rest of this level is pretty much unchanged though. You get on top of this cabinet, jump up and through the wall, and then we jump over into the next room and climb some couches to get to the exit door. It's really funny watching the speedrun for this game too, because all the levels are like a few seconds to like 2 minutes. But these levels, like there's what, 16 chapters, and each of them is anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half in length.
Yeah, this is legitimately a long game. It is notably something around like an expected like 12 hours that you're supposed to put into this.
Mm-hmm.
$60 to go.
Let's go. My jump on the door. Very unfortunate. There's a polar bear that I'm trying to jump to right now. So I want y'all to see the polar bear. Oh, I fell inbounds. Unfortunate.
It's all right, you got this.
Thank you. Just gonna stand over here. Damn. Just doors going.
$50.
Let's go.
Look at Astrid.
$10 train? Is that what's going on? I heard $10 train.
Oh, I would love a $10 train. Big, beefy man.
Look at Astrid sabotaging herself to raise funds. What a pro gamer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep on
that's what I'm
wishing
doing.
for the big, beefy man.
Now for another very short level, but we're coming up on the long one very
Yeah.
quickly.
Very much so. We're gonna hop on this box and go up here, skip that cutscene, and grab this paper and open the door, and that'll be the end of that level.
Time's running
And-
out. Bring him
Yep.
in.
We are now on the second to last level of the game, and this is the longest level of the game. It is really good. I honestly, when I first played this game, was in awe and so confused by this level. But this is a good time to try to get all that stuff in. Second to last level, and it is the longest in the game. You got this, y'all.
You know, Astrid, I just had a thought. There's a bit of an unanswered question that the game leaves. All this time well, supposedly we've been going back into people's past experiences and changing events to create a new future. How?
Well, I'm
Who
glad
would be
that
able to give us that kind of power?
Yeah, I'm glad that you asked, Schmumbler. I was wondering actually if anyone just seeing the context of this game would be able to guess what that could possibly be. Like, who would do that? We did see Spider-Man in the game earlier, so you know that it could be something from something else, you know? Just consideration to have and whatnot. By the way,
your predictions and donations.
yes, if you think you know who this final boss is going to be, send in a dono.
As a bonus incentive, we are really close to reaching our 100th donation. I'm not going to tell anyone like how many there is until we get there, but you could be the 100th donation to go to this event. And with that, you'll get some serious bragging rights.
True. By the way, this is my favorite cutscene. For a couple reasons. It is pretty cool. This is the ultimate culmination of the story of the game. You'll see the story down there. There is a woman narrating it. Which, by the way, in Spanish, this is technically about 20 seconds faster because it just ends when the woman is done telling the story. But basically, the whole ordeal that you see going on in this ship with the crew, the captain, and everything has been kind of shown as an allegory to this Ukrainian folktale that is also being said here. And this is where everything comes together and culminates. And it's a tragic and dark and beautiful moment that happens in the game. But if you're speedrunning it and you've done some silly things, and, you get this wonderful, fantastic image of the captain, the first officer, and this other guy just doing one of the coolest things I've seen anyone do. And I've talked to Schwumbler about this. I've talked to some other friends. I want to do this. I think that we could get this spinning technique together. If anyone wants to join me for that.
I mean,
I can definitely help make this happen.
Heck
I
yeah.
definitely feel like we could do this anywhere. I mean, there has to be some liftoff from that, right?
That's true.
Well, if we go off of what just happened in Poppy Playtime, we just need to get a box and put it underneath our feet and then jump.
Absolutely. All right, so time is up. I know that y'all got it right. Incredible. It is Kronos, the Greek god of time. Y'all knew that.
Knew it.
It wouldn't be a Ukrainian folk story without a Greek god.
It's true. All right, Schwumbler, I'll let you explain how the mechanics of this fight go.
Right, so this fight is very simple and straightforward if you do it right. If you don't, it is the worst, like, most easily run away from you type ordeal. Essentially, we are now in a first-person shooter. You can see on our hands we have these dark circles and these orange circles. Those are moons and suns. What we're doing is we are racing Kronos in killing all of these enemies as they spawn. Each time we kill an enemy, one of the moons turns to a sun. If Kronos kills one, a sun turns to a moon. And if we get hit by an enemy, we apparently just lose like 3 moons or suns. We found that out the other day. But yeah, all the spawns are fixed to start. So if you just follow the spawn path, you're usually good. But if you miss even one, the enemies stop spawning one at a time and start spawning like 2 or 3 at a time, and it very quickly just gets unmanageable. So far we're looking good, only 2 more. 1 more.
Kronos, no.
Get that.
There we go.
There you go.
All right.
Very good fight.
Thank you. Yeah, that is the Kronos boss fight, and we have proven ourselves worthy in Kronos' eyes to basically save everyone in this crew, reverse time, fix those decisions. So he gives us the option on how we want to save the crew. And there are multiple ways to do it because there are 4 main people who made mistakes that led to everyone's death here, but only one of those things have to change to actually make everything right again. So, as speedrunners, we're going to do the fastest one. And that is going to be, because all his fingers, they're going to lay out in front of us, and then we're just going to run along one of them. And time will be when we grab a hammer that is coming up. So time is coming up. First, we gotta...
$25 to go.
Oh,
Nice. Keep them coming.
First,
We are
y'all.
very close to the end. This is basically our victory lap. There is very little agency in this last area.
all right. We are running on our way to go and get this hammer. So once we get on this elevator, We're just basically descending to go and grab it, so time is rapidly approaching.
I was soft locked.
I thought about it.
There's the hammer.
And time.
Hey, look who's finally
Excellent,
decided to
GG.
grace our presence. What?
Before we
Ah.
wrap this up, I did want to let you know you've gotten a lot of love in the donations, and I would love to read those to you.
Oh, please go for it.
So we got $14 from Maggie. They said, yo, go Astrid and go Alice. We also got $15 from JPEG. They said, Astrid, my beloved, I remember you showing me this run the first time, and I'm so excited to see it here too. You're the best of the best.
Thank you, JPEG.
We also got $10 from a tea tree because everyone deserves big, beefy men and gender affirming surgeries too.
That's true.
Chat, only $25 to go to get that big, beefy man.
This is us in the final cutscene where we died normally because no one was there to save us. But now that we have reverse time, the captain of that crew was there to lift us up and not have us die in that pit where Kronos had us prove ourselves to get life again. Kronos is mysterious, I suppose. But that is the run. That is the speed run. Schmumbler, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
Of course, I look forward to joining you.
Yes, I agree.
Let's head for the ship. We have some rough times ahead.
All right, folks, we'll go ahead and get started on a little bit of a switcheroo here. So you're going to be hearing the same people for our next game for Silent Hill Homeport. We only need $25 to upgrade those categories. You absolutely want to see it. It's going to be completely amazing. So let's try to get that met. We'll be back in one quick second. I was correct about it being just one quick second, chat. We have hit that milestone. We have raised $2,125 for Astrid and her gender affirming surgery. Thank you so much for getting that met. We get to upgrade those categories, and I get to see a big, beefy man. I appreciate you all so much. I feel like you've done this specifically for me. And I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll be right back in just a moment while we get that Silent Homeport run set up. Thank you so much. Chat, welcome back to Running Through Wonderland. We are here raising money for Alice's gender-affirming surgery. We have raised $2,135, putting us right past that milestone to get that Silent Hill home pour upgrade. Thank you so much for that. Gosh, that was such a fun time. I see all these celebrating emotes in the chat, and I love them. Unfortunately, my time here for tonight is finished, but I am so excited to hand everything off to an absolutely amazing person and an amazing host, Satan herself. And finally, I get to say, Hail Satan. The floor is yours.
Hey, hello everybody. My name is Satan herself, as my absolutely lovely prior host, Chibi Guerrero, said. And I am here to host your final run of the night. The amazing, wonderful Schmumbler will be playing Silent Hill Home Pour. We got that bonus incentive upgrade met. Amazing job, chat. Pat yourself on the back, give yourself the biggest congratulations of them all, because I am so excited to see that upgrade. Y'all are not ready for this run. I have been like looking at it before the run, and oh my goodness, it's kind of like two runs in one. It's like a babushka doll of a run. One's in the other. It's incredible. Y'all aren't gonna even believe it when you see it, but Schmumbler is going to absolutely kill it, and we've got some amazing people on commentary too, so do not go anywhere. This is going to be a fantastic bookend to our horror block. And while we do not have any incentives open at this exact moment, we will probably get some soon, and any donations that you make will go towards those lovely milestone incentives. We will probably have some more coming at you very soon, just like that one that we just met to get Silent Hill Home Pour done. And before we do a little bit more setup to getting that Silent Hill run ready for y'all, I'm going to remind everybody why we are here. We are here raising money to help with the cost of Alice's gender-affirming surgery in February 2025. The cost of surgery can be very high when you factor in things like hospital stay, travel, and life accommodations one would need while healing from a big procedure. If you would like to help Alice out, type !donate in chat. And I just want to, let chat know this is a marathon I'm so excited to be hosting for, because this is something I care about so much. Actually, helping people get these surgeries and other gender affirming care that they need is so important. And all of this goes right to Alice, who is an absolutely wonderful person, a great member of the speedrunning community who many of us know and care about. So all of your donations go to an absolutely wonderful place. Type !donate in chat to go ahead and make your contribution. All right. So make sure to take care of yourself. As we're talking about self-care, go ahead and take a little stretch, take a little sip of water, get yourself a snack if you need to, because we are getting into that Silent Hill run pretty soon. So I want to make sure y'all are ready. It's going to be fantastic. See you back here in a bit.
I didn't know. Saw through your mask and your glow, cause I had to know. No more secrets, no disguise, putting on a show. You played your games, parlor magic, let your hand show. You can't get hurt by the things that you don't know. No No, it's not you, never you. You always say it's me, me, me. But I'm gonna let the curtain fall, let it fall. So damn tired of always tightrope walking on your web of lies. You spin and spin, oh, you spin me in the palm of your hand, and you think you'll never lose in the game of love. You spread your pretty wings and try as you might, it'll never fly, fly, fly. Stop and listen to the sound of the beating of your stone cold heart. You'll spin and spin and spin me out of your life, out of your life. You turned my head, stopped my heart, and I was good as dead. We had our fun, played our games, then my world was spun. Your wings are tattered, torn to shreds, I thought you were the one. You jumped the gun, I slipped your grip, and now I've gotta run. Our hearts feel no pain. You spun your web, put your lies, thought I didn't know.
They're not secrets, not lies if you don't know.
You played your games, parlor magic, let your hand show.
They're not secrets, not lies if you don't know.
You turned your head, stopped my heart, cause I didn't know.
They're not secrets, not lies if you don't know.
Didn't think you know, didn't think you know, didn't think you know.
Okie dokie.